Hello everybody, welcome back to another All Maverick reaction, where this week we are on the final episode of Firefly. In celebration, we're all wearing our Jane hats.
Oh yeah.
Is 3 of them too much? Does it make us look a bit culty?
Nah.
The funny thing is, I can't see what you guys look like with them on.
Yeah.
Because we're doing this.
It's tricky. It's quite tricky with the headphones, but we're rocking them. It's all right.
I was about to say, the headphones keep slipping off the back of my head.
So in the comments, tell us who suits it the most. And then
I even tried to, in my wardrobe, to find a T-shirt that was similar to James.
Oh, really?
I didn't think about that.
I was trying to get one similar, but couldn't. This will do that.
So, we are on the final episode of the series. Obviously, we still have Serenity to go. Before we get going, I just wanted to say that thank you everybody who's been watching along with us on this. It's been really appreciated. We love reading all the comments. Yeah, it's been awesome how many people have been watching it. If you've got any ideas for things we should watch next or other shows we should cover, you'd like to see us cover, then please drop them in the comments below. Coming up after this, though, myself and Jeremy are going to be rewatching Angel, one of Joss Whedon's other TV series. It's going to take us a long time because there's a lot of episodes, but we want to start some more shows up as well. So if you've got any other suggestions, then please let us know. But anyway,
we'll have Serenity as well, won't we?
Yeah, we've got Serenity. Serenity will be coming up in a couple of weeks after. There'll be a bit of a lull over Christmas because, you know, Christmas. But just after Christmas and New Year, Serenity will be coming up. But Objects in Space, the final episode. Jez and I were talking a bit about this the other day, and I think it's gonna be a weird final episode, isn't it? Because it's not gonna be a final episode.
But saying that though, like some of the comments have been saying that like the reason why the funeral scene in the last book one episode, they feel that
they knew they were getting cancelled.
Real emotions to some degree because they feel like they knew they were canning the series. So I'm wondering if this last one they will have some sort of tying it together.
Well,
maybe?
the problem is as well, but Firefly was shot massively out of order. The release schedule was all out of.
Yeah, from what I think I saw in the comments and obviously conversations with Alan, is that it won't feel like a end of the series episode.
Yeah, well, I think it's twofold because it wasn't supposed to be obviously the last episode ever, and it also wasn't even supposed to be the last episode of the series. They didn't even film the whole series, so I think might be wrong. I guess we're going to find out in a minute. But I get a feeling this is just going to feel like another episode of Firefly. I don't think there's going to be anything more stand out here than we would get in any other episode. I might be wrong.
We shall see.
We'll find out.
We shall see. Well, shall we get into it? Okay, so this is Firefly episode 14, Objects in Space. Yeah.
That's cool, like looking planet.
State of the art.
That's cool. Oh, that's a bit different.
We're all just floating.
This is classic.
Did the feds come?
There were no feds.
Young love. Something looks different
right now.
Remember any of this?
That was weird.
Just you imagine him saying something.
Something's changed, isn't it?
Some orders allow shepherds to marry, but I follow a narrower path.
They don't cut it off or nothing.
Cut it off.
No, I'm more or less intact.
I got stupid. The money was too good.
I don't give half a hump if you're innocent or not.
Can they actually see her? Is she actually there? Because there's no acknowledgement of her being there. And obviously, when they're just making those comments, that's obviously in her head, isn't it?
Yeah.
Working on making that baby.
Sure.
I put out a few waves to some old acquaintances. I just don't want to draw this out.
Have you decided when you're going to tell the others?
No. I appreciate you're not saying anything. I'm a big girl. Just tell me.
None of it means a damn thing.
It's a very trippy episode so far.
What the fuck?
You know that not yelling at her. That's River, sweetheart.
It's good.
Nothing to do with that.
Oh.
Fully loaded, safety off. No touching guns. Okay? We're deep in space. Corner no and where. You take extra care with her. Because we're very much alone out here.
Oh.
Who's this badass?
Ship's a bit Boba Fett.
Yeah, I was literally about to say that.
Oh, bounty hunter or something, I guess.
Just don't want to take a lashing for something I ain't the cause of.
Where's River at now?
In her room, which I'm thinking we bolt from the outside from now on.
Sir, I know she's unpredictable, but I don't think she'd harm anyone.
Kaylee?
Yeah, you've seen her shoot some people.
You got something to say?
This little sneaky fuck.
I was about to say, look at this stealthy bastard.
Well, we all went in. Me too.
What's this got to do with River? She wasn't even in that fight.
Well, no, she was.
Maybe.
And then River comes up, sees them all. She only looked for a second and took my gun, closed her eyes, killed him.
She shot them?
All three. And it weren't auto fire or luck. She just did the math. Nobody can shoot like that. That's a person.
So River's not a person.
Simon.
Oh.
Right after, she looked at me and she smiled like we were playing.
Could be she saved your life, Kaylee.
Girl knows things. Things she shouldn't. Things she couldn't.
How did your brain even learn human speech? I'm just so curious.
Please, Rainine, hon, this isn't a joking matter. This is about our lives and River's.
Yeah, sometimes I don't think she's intuitive, Doctor. I think she's a reader. Is that even remotely possible?
Yeah, they definitely alter the way she reacts to things.
Are you saying she really reads minds?
Or near enough.
She's just a kid. She loves this ship. I think it's more home to her than any place she's been.
Isn't there anything about this place you're glad of?
Simon, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, I mean, come on, mate. Read.
Oh, he was going for
it.
He's a right little sneaky fuck, isn't he? Just hovering above the ship.
Well, to be the ship was quite close, right? How didn't they see it?
Yeah.
Maybe it's like a size thing, I don't know.
Oh, hello.
Oh, shit.
Wow, Mal just got owned.
And he caught him mid-air as well. Oh, shit.
River?
Like, if you're in space, you wouldn't even... Would it be conceivable to think that someone's just, like, on your ship randomly?
He'll be there in a moment, won't he?
Maybe I come down the chimney, Kaylee.
This guy's fucking intense.
Yeah. Raped.
What?
The captain is right down that hallway.
No, he didn't.
The captain's locked in his quarters.
I've got subtitles on.
There's nobody can help me.
I'm gonna tie you up now.
Fuck me, it's got a bit fucking...
And you know what I'm gonna do then? I'm gonna give you a present. Get rid of a problem you've got. You throw a monkey wrench into my dealings in any way, your body is forfeit.
Fucking hell, this guy.
Now tell me, Kaylee, where does River sleep?
God, fuck.
Did you jump then, Jess?
Right, River's out and about.
Dr. Tam, why don't you sit yourself down? Where's your sister?
I don't know. So you're a bounty hunter. This is insane.
The plan is not to shoot you. The plan is to get the girl. If there's no girl, then the plan, well, is like the room.
You're out of your mind.
Has this guy just stepped out of Game of Thrones? I like that he just left Book unconscious in a hall.
He's not killed. That ain't the shepherd.
Oh. Oh.
Is that the companion shuttle?
Yes, that
We'll
wasn't
try
true.
the empty first. Then we'll pay her a visit.
Serenity's a smuggling ship. I've been here a year. I couldn't name all the places she might hide.
I don't have a year. I'm gonna seal you in, though. You just sit.
You're wrong, Early.
I'm not wrong, Dumpling. I will shoot your brother dead if you don't...
about River. River's not on the ship. They didn't want her here, so she melted. They didn't know she could do that.
Aren't they thinking whose
I'm
fucking
not
voice
on
is
the
that?
ship. I'm in the ship.
River.
River's gone.
Then who exactly are we talking to?
You're talking to Serenity. Serenity is very unhappy.
What the fuck is going on?
River.
It's okay. Gonna be okay.
I told him where you were. I'm sorry.
I need you to do something for me. Gotta be brave.
You somewhere on this boat. Somewhere with a comm playing games. That's somewhat unsettling.
May I call you Jubal?
Ain't nobody calls me that.
I don't think your intentions are honorable.
I live by a code, though, which I think is
You
worth...
hurt people.
Folks are all insane.
Well, my sister's a ship.
What the hell's going on here?
I need you to do me a favor, Captain. I know you have questions, but there isn't a lot of time, Captain. I need you to trust me.
I think he might now be my favourite character.
Are you ready?
How do you know what this guy's gonna do?
I'm very close to him. Go now! You're not welcome here anymore, Early.
I'll be a son of a whore. You're not in my girl mind. You're on my girl ship. How the hell she get on my ship?
Put the gun away.
Okay.
Can't be controlled. Can't be trusted. Everyone could just go on without me and not have to worry.
No.
I'll be fine. I'll be your bounty, Jubal Early.
Finally, something goes according to...
That was his moment.
Oh, fuck.
Move.
Yeah. Oh, go on, Simon. Now he finally wakes up. Of course he does.
Oh no.
Nope.
Oh fuck.
River will go pick it up.
Oh. Oh. Oh, okay.
They just cast that bloke into space.
Yeah.
Permission to come aboard?
Go on, get in there.
Okay, now very gently pull that aside. This is really not my area of expertise, Doctor. Oh, God.
Okay, I'm just gonna pass out for a minute, but you're doing great.
How's your lip?
I love that they're gym
At
buddies.
least you got some play. I missed every damn thing.
Well, I'm a force. Let's see you match that.
I can win this.
Oh, well, I'm hearing a lot of talk there, genius. Come on, show me what you got.
That's a bit like what that planet looked like at the beginning.
Yeah. as if that is the final shot of the final episode of Firefly. Okay, so that was Objects in Space. Rather poignant for the final shot there. We'll take a moment and then we'll be back to have a chat about the episode. Okay, so that was it. The final episode of Firefly. So it had a bit of a weird elements flowing throughout, but the basics of the story were straightforward in this one. It was, we had a whole bit with River at the beginning, which we'll go into, but really it was the crew becoming worried about River being a danger to have on the ship because of her getting hold of a gun. Then River overhearing them talking about the fact that it might be dangerous to have her there. Then a bounty hunter called Jubal Early turning up on the ship rather stealthily, taking out the crew, trying to find River, and eventually River getting into his head, making him think that she had become the ship, but actually she was on his ship. The crew eventually taking out Early, sending him sparring off into space, and everyone kind of coming together at the end. What did you guys think of this one?
Yeah, it was. I enjoyed it. The episode, I thought the episode was really good, but it does feel weird because you kind of know it, because we know it's the last one. It's like you kind of have to separate the. Did it do its service as the last episode? I don't think we can come at it from that angle. We have to come from the,
I don't think we can.
As an episode, it was a good episode. I enjoyed that with one of the best characters we've had.
I think Early might now be my favourite Firefly character. He's definitely my favourite bad guy we've had by a million miles.
I think so. I think we can go into that, but yeah, I guess what did you think, Jez? The episode.
I'm the same as both of you. I'm struggling with it slightly because obviously knowing it's the last episode, I can see why so many Firefly fans have over the years.
Firefly fans.
I've never tried one of them.
Over the years, you just want that kind of, you have that longing, don't you, for if a show is going to be cancelled, for it to be ended correctly. But as an episode, it was a brilliant episode. There was that Early character was just. I just can't find the words to describe him, but it is like you said,
bizarre.
But it was almost like he just took it to a different.
It was like he came out with something else.
Yeah, he took it
to a different show.
He took it to different. It went to a dark place, didn't it? And some of the stuff he was talking about.
I think all the other characters, side characters we've had aside from the main characters, they've just all been a bit. As I say, tropey, and a bit comic booky, and a bit not one-dimensional. Because not all of them have been like that. Because we've had a couple of Christina Hendricks' character was good,
but she's had more development. Right, she got to have a couple of episodes as well, which is more than
this
most
guy
people.
Off the bat just seemed interesting. It was just very, very entertaining, and I think I joked through the thing saying that I would definitely watch a spin-off of him.
Yeah, I would.
I would. Yeah.
So I wrote down some of the things he just said was so bizarre. Like when Simon went, "Are you Alliance?" and he went, "Am I a lion?"
Am I a lion? Yes.
what? And then Simon went, are you a bounty hunter? And he went, no, I'm a bounty hunter.
It's like, have you seen that thingy, that Rick James thing? Where he put my feet on his couch. Yeah, I put my feet on his couch.
It's when he was talking about the room as well, and is it a room when you're not in the room? And it's almost almost like they were in the Matrix or outside of the Matrix, like talking about.
He was definitely.
It was weird.
He was not a character.
He was definitely a scene stealer. Yeah. Like everything he was saying was just like either weird, funny, or just quite like
disturbing.
Observant.
Oh right, yeah, I was gonna say disturbing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, disturbing as well. Yeah, Jesus. But like probably one of the most interesting things as well that he said. I mean, he said some weird shit. But it was when he saw Book unconscious and he was like, "That ain't a shepherd."
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no. So that was like oh shit. I mean, we've always known that he's got a bit of a past to him. But here's the question: like, did he become a shepherd, or is he genuinely maybe not a shepherd and he's just somebody?
That's
who
probably
was,
one of the most disappointing things now that we know it's ended. Because we're never going to find that out, unless
we might
it's
do in Serenity. That's the thing, isn't it? I was just about to say, can people let us know in the comments? But actually, we might find out. Yeah. We don't know what Serenity is going to be like.
But there was two things in that episode, wasn't there? Because there was that early bit, that bit at the very start with River, where she saw them saying things, and I can't remember what Book actually said, but it was very much like, "Ooh, what's that from?" or "What's that about?"
I
can't remember if they were all in reference to her.
Yeah, I feel like you need to go back and watch them again, maybe like look for the context. But those bits actually. This is a bit niche, but they reminded me of an old episode of Buffy, which obviously was like a Joss Whedon show as well. Buffy ended up in this kind of like dream state. It was like the final episode of one of the seasons. I think it was like last one of season 4 or something. And she was seeing all these dreams and was seeing people in different situations, and she could almost hear their thoughts. And it gave me it wasn't just like that, but it made me think of that episode because that was very much like the stuff people were saying in that episode of Buffy apparently was very much fed into things that came later on. It was like lots of little teasers of little reveals and things that came further down the line into the next few seasons, but all very out of context, like weird things like the main characters pushing each other on a swing set, but how it would tie into little details and things they were talking about. And I wonder if either one, these are just, if we heard them again, we'd go, oh, they're talking about her, or if they're things that actually will kind of would have come to a greater point further down the line. It was a good episode, like, as a whole. I think, like I say, I don't think it's fair to judge it as a show final episode.
Yeah, it's quite annoying because I would have said, like, without that aside, I would have said that was one of the better episodes. But like, because there's that baggage that's attached to it, which is quite annoying.
And it does feel like they had done some. It wouldn't surprise me if Joss Whedon had an idea to keep that guy to reappear again, because they didn't kill him off.
I was literally wrote that
a bit
down.
of a backstory about him, and
he's the kind of character who exactly feels like in a Joss Whedon show
again.
would be a fan favourite and would have come back, and like characters like Spike and stuff in Buffy, who people just loved, so he came back and became like I'm not saying he'd be a fucking member of the crew, but like I'm sure he was going to come. I mean, the reason that you saw him floating around at space at the end, right, in that final shot, was to basically go, he's not dead.
He'll be back.
He can come back. And want to bring him back.
And with such a like blasé sort of like, so here I am sort of thing. Rather, because you never know. You can write it anyway, can't you? Someone could pick him up. The crew of the Serenity could have picked him up, or they could have. I don't know, like he might have some sort of tracking beacon. You know what I mean?
For a ship, he might have something for a ship as well, mightn't he? He could have.
But you know now that it's probably going to ruin the film for me, because I'm going to be like, I hope he appears in the film. For a cameo.
Yeah. It'd be very easy to explain away if the show was still going on, right? How he got out of that situation. One of the other things that we mentioned as it went on was there was definitely what looked like a higher budget. It started out with that first shot, that tracking shot through the ship. Now, they weren't the best effects shots in the world, but there were definitely more effect shots in this than
they've previously
most other episodes. I mean, I said maybe they realised, maybe obviously when this one was in post, they would have known that was the end. Did they just blow the budget? What was left of the budget on this episode?
Maybe, I mean, I would have spent it on a rap party instead.
Yeah, so it was, like we say, it was quite a straightforward one. There was obviously those little strange things in there to do with what we saw at the beginning. I feel like maybe people in the comments will give us some insight into those comments, and maybe we're just completely missing them at a first viewing.
To be fair, I feel like I might watch the whole series again.
I'm already, I've already kind of said that to myself. I'm going to watch the whole series again.
Just to, not a refresher, but just also just see if there's things we've missed or whatever, you know.
Yeah, because that's the thing. When you watch it like this, it is different, right? Like any show we watch like this is different. We are watching it. We are talking between ourselves. Not too much, but you know, you're kind of on, as it were, like trying to pay attention to little details. So sometimes you do just miss things that people see. I've got to say as well, we never got to see the non-cock blocking of Simon and Kaylee throughout the whole series, did we?
I'm going to tell you something. I'm getting really annoyed that these relationships aren't fucking coming to fruition. Because the two relationships, it's like, come on, someone do something, please.
So one thing I want to talk about at the end of the episode, after we finish talking about the episode, is a little bit about what we expect to maybe see in Serenity, because Serenity's not going to be able to answer all the questions. But before we get into that, are there any other like standout moments people want to talk about for this episode specifically? I did like, this is a real small thing, but I really did enjoy that moment where like Jane was asleep throughout the whole thing going on, and then we got that kind of bait and switch moment where he wakes up, rips off the little curtain to show all his guns. You're like, oh, Jane's about to get involved. Nah, he wants another blanket.
I said when we were watching it, I expected him to then in the next scene appear him like Arnold Schwarzenegger with all of the guns strapped to him, like going in for battle. But then the fact he just put it over himself to get a bit warmer. Yeah, brilliant, perfect Jane, isn't it?
They've been so consistent throughout the series with the characters, I feel, in the way they've written and what they've done. Because I think, like, I don't know, in some series, correct me if I'm wrong, but with this specifically, but in a lot of series, you find characters change quite a bit because they're finding their feet. So many TV shows like that where people are so different from series 1 to series 2, and then they remain consistent.
Oh, definitely.
You can probably think of loads of examples, but with this, I do feel like they had a good idea of who these characters were before writing it.
Yeah, they knew who the characters were from the off, right? Like, and people can change and evolve as characters, but it feels like they wouldn't change the characters because they didn't like the characters they'd made. They would just change because they naturally evolve, like the way Simon and character. And actually, talking about evolutions of character, we got to see Simon kind of like really trying to throw down a little bit there, didn't we? You know, like he tried to stop Early from getting to his sister, got shot, and even still came back at it. Like early Simon, one shot he'd have been on the floor, and he wouldn't have got involved, right? He would never have even tried to confront him in those first episodes. But in this one, he took a bullet and still kept trying. Didn't succeed, but he still kept trying.
But he took a bullet in the end, like Early said he should. Just so he appreciates the job.
It's a good point. You know what? I actually didn't think about that. That's a very good point. Yeah, he said he needed to take a bullet to be able to like appreciate being a surgeon, didn't he? So that's a good point. And actually, also near the beginning, Mao made a comment about that they didn't need him getting shot because there's no other doctor on board. So if the doctor gets shot, so we saw that now Zoe is the resident.
Much to her.
So disdain. Yeah. There are a lot of nice little moments in here, and like the final shot, kind of where I thought it was going to track through all the characters, but we got a few little nice moments of people talking. We got to see River and Kaylee playing a game together. We got to see Book and Jane lifted. I really like Book and Jane being gym buddies. Like there's just something about it. Like I like their completely. Contrast. I think they work well together because they've got such different. Yeah, they're such different. They've got such different outlooks on everything. Yeah. Everything they say can be a fun little moment. Like even earlier on when you first saw them and they were talking about whether or not Book had ever basically had sex or not. And Jane was then asking him if he can masturbate and stuff like that. So like,
I always think
they have a lot of fun little moments.
Who this series is sort of aimed at. Because I was going to say on the whole it's quite light-hearted to some degree. But then you get like the masturbating chat and then you get the rape chat. And it's just like, we know it can take a dark turn if it needs to. Can you actually remember in the series where it has taken a dark turn? We haven't quite had anything like that, have we?
No, I think we've had a few little bits like Mal and Wash getting tortured. But even that was done for jokes, right? That was done in quite a jokey, silly way.
Yeah.
This was the first time
where this is definitely the darkest.
Yeah.
And it usually is in dialogue, right? That's when it usually happens. Yeah. It doesn't happen in its actual actions or sort of visually. It's always like...
I think it was just the way that he did it, though. Like, when that Early was talking to Kate, it was such like sometimes it's the most shocking when it's in those little moments where it's just two people talking in a room, because you know he's got her trapped. You know that they're kind of away from everyone. He instantly came off as like super imposing,
and it's Kaylee, like, remember, as in like we've got that connection with her from the series as the little sister type. Because I guess if you see stuff from a visual point of view, not that specifically, but if you see if there were visual things within the series, you wouldn't be as shocked, you know. Whereas so, and then once you see it, it sort of
when that came up, it's like,
you somewhat to like if stuff happens again. Whereas I think they've probably handled things in the best way.
I think that's another line that Joss Whedon shows again have always kind of tread, though, where you look at them initially and you go, oh, that's a show made for, I don't want to say for kids, but you know, for a certain audience. And then they do delve into topics that some people as an outlooker would be surprised to find out. Like, again, Buffy has a rape in it, like one of the seasons of Buffy, you know, and it's quite shocking in that regard. Yeah, and I mean, it's one of the main... Spike rapes Buffy. So it's quite shocking. They're not afraid to kind of go away from those sort of things. But as you say, we hadn't seen that kind of like level of horrible in Firefly. I mean, I don't think there's a lot of other things to cover specifically in this episode, because it was... I mean, booting him into space, if he had died, would have been a horrible way to die. One thing I think that did surprise me, that this seemed to be the first conversation they've had about River's like psychic abilities. Yeah. Like I'm surprised that as a crew they've never thrown it out there before that she seems to be pretty good. Her intuition is pretty good, because it comes up at least once to twice per episode. So I would have thought that you know, when this came up, it wouldn't have been quite so what. But you know, you've got to put it out there for the audience to see. But I'm surprised that this is the first time that's come about. That's kind of the episode as a whole, really. Unless anybody else has got any specific bits they want to talk about. No, not for me. I know we've not covered everything, right? We got a whole bit in there. I mean, you could talk for a while about how River really got inside his head, like talking about his family and what he did to the family dog when he was a kid. But this is all stuff we've seen River do before. But it was interesting to see. It's definitely the most we've ever heard River speak. Like this episode, like she had a lot to say in that last third of the episode, which was interesting. And it did feel like what she was saying was strange, but she definitely had more of a control over what she was doing, and she was very aware of the way she was playing him.
Do you guys feel that the episode did a good job of sort of, because the whole point was like they've come into terms with the fact that actually they've been a bit dicky, and they should put up with, because she was basically saying, you know, at the end about she wants everyone to have the easy life or whatever, or that's what she was putting out there, was that everybody wants the easy life, and it's never going to be like that, right? You're always going to have to deal with things, and in this case, do you want to sacrifice what you think in your head's going to be ideal, which probably won't be anyway, to sacrifice her not being around anymore? But I don't know if, like, I don't know, did the episode do enough to suggest that, like, that's what
I think it's definitely started to build that way, right? Like, for that kind of, for how strange her character is. I think, you know, sort of solidifying her as a central member of the crew would have taken more time.
Yeah, I kind of took their interaction at the end as well, like how she spoke to, like, you know, can I come on board? And
but that was only with Mel, right? That wasn't with like Jane, who obviously is always going to have an issue. But he was the one who I guess was always the one that's going to have an issue, right? The others seemed a bit. Like Anara was always on, like, show a bit more compassion or whatever, wasn't she? I guess, and then Kaylee, I guess, was just a bit concerned. And I mean, Jane's the only one that she. I mean, he's the most selfish one of the crew anyway, right? So it's just like
exactly.
As long as
and no one really cares what Jane wants.
If the rest of them are like, do you know what, we're gonna have to make some concessions or whatever. Just
I think one thing this episode did do though was it kind of showed that she is a useful member of the crew, because Simon has kind of shown his worth, right, a few times throughout now, and but River has always kind of just been the one that comes with Simon. You know, like, it's useful having a medic on board. We've seen that he can handle himself if he has to, but, you know, River just kind of the freebie that comes with him. But in this, we actually got to see, yes, Early was there for her, but we did get to see that she can be involved in like a plan to sort of take him out, or to reclaim the ship. So exactly. So she was the one who was telling everyone else what to do. So I think you got to take that on board with her character. It's a shame, right, that this was the final episode, but we do have the movie.
We have Serenity to look forward to.
So before we just round this out, I just want to quickly ask, what questions would you like to not necessarily see answered, but what would you like to see some more details about in Serenity? But what do we think we're going to see from the show continue over into that film? What details we may be going to...
They're obviously going to, because they'll know it's a film, right? And it's kind of like, like the Deadwood film came out a few years ago. It's going to be like, we're not going to have the opportunity to have a final episode, but this is the final episode. So I'm guessing they will try and show stuff or do stuff, wrap things up. Like, for instance, the obvious stuff, like, maybe Kaylee and Simon, or Mal and Nara, or something like that. Maybe we find out a bit about books.
I think more from River.
That's what I'd really like to know.
About. I reckon it'd probably be centralised around River.
I think River will be the centre of it.
The thingy guys, the Alliance.
I was hoping to see more of the Reavers, but I don't think we're going to.
I was going to say, do we think the Reavers will appear?
I reckon we'll.
I think they'll have a place in there. They're an easy action.
Exactly.
Nothing else,
right?
Right?
Get to see them. It kind of makes me feel like I have seen the film, but
I think you said that you thought that you had seen it a long time ago, but it had no context for you. What I'm interested to see is how much is the film a film for Firefly fans, and how much what's the level of how standalone.
I remember
is it?
seeing the trailer, so I don't know if it's the trailer I remember or if I have actually seen it, because there was some action scenes with an axe or like an axe type weapon, I think, with River, that I remember, but I can't remember if it was a trailer or if it was, and that makes me think they will have done something to make it, because it was a cinema release. You would have
it can't just be for the fans, can it?
And maybe by the end we'll see Zoe and maybe she.
Zoe and Wash with a baby.
Maybe she'll get pregnant by the end of it.
I think it's just going to be interesting how, like you said, Alan, how they approach it.
Make it work for both.
And you also wonder if there's going to be like Christina Hendricks' character, or those people, or even what's his name? Early, was it the guy? Yeah, maybe
Early.
You never know. Let's see.
No, we don't know.
Yeah. What I'm interested to know as well, will it be based straight after the series, or will there be a bit of a time jump there into the film? Are we going to see a bit of a? Is it going to have gone forward?
They'll do whatever they need to do to see
Exactly. I think the thing I'd like to see most is a bit more information about Book.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't have to be a lot. It's not. I'm not saying it's going to be pivotal to the story, but I would love to know a little bit more about his backstory, and I'm sure. I'm 100% convinced if the Serenity film doesn't cover that, there is something else out there that does. I'm interested. I'm excited to watch.
We haven't got long to wait. Have we?
Coming up soon.
No.
Get Christmas out of the way.
Yeah, well, that's exactly it. As soon as we are past Christmas, we'll be back. We'll be taking. There's probably going to be a week break, but we will be back. Don't worry, we'll be coming back. We will be covering Serenity. There's no way we're not going to. There's no way we're stopping here. We've definitely got to try and round this story out. Yeah, exactly. Okay, well, thank you for watching, everybody. As always, it's super appreciated. If you have enjoyed this, please leave a like, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. If you've got ideas for shows that we should cover after Serenity, please, after we watch Serenity, please let us know. As I say, Jez and myself are already going to be looking to rewatch Angel, but we'd love to do another show, the three of us as well, so please let us know. Even if it's something new you'd like to see us cover, if it's another classic show you'd like to see, please let us know in the comments. You can also head over to allmaverick.com, where you can check out our videos, blogs and podcasts, and go to twitch.tv/allmaverick live, 9 PM British time, Tuesdays and Thursdays. We are playing some of our favourite video games, so stop by and say hello. There's also the Discord, which you can see a link for in the comments below. We've already seen a few of you guys join up, which has been great. And we've seen a few people stop by on the live streams as well now, which has been awesome. So come by, chat to us about TV, films, and all that kind of fun stuff.
Indeed.
Please do.
Right, guys, I'm going to take this hat off because my head is getting warm.
my ears are like burning hot.
I'm wearing it for the rest of the day. So
well, I've actually got a meeting after this. I'm actually going to keep wearing it.
Wear it in the meeting. Right. Yeah, awesome. All right, everybody. Well, thank you all for watching, as ever, and we will see you with Serenity.
Bye.
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 Bye.